Welcome to the Miners Coffee Podcast, the show where we'll bring you the best of coffee, entrepreneurship, success, and urban lifestyle. I'm Sarah, full-time coffee fanatic, former barista, and now your host. Together, we'll take a deep dive into what makes the Miners and other companies like it stand apart from the rest. We'll look at how businesses grow from an idea you had just before bed into internationally known enterprises. We'll interview the people who lead the charge and learn what makes them tick. And hopefully, by the end of it, you may be inspired to go out and create something from nothing yourself. Hey everyone, welcome to today's episode of the Miners Coffee Podcast. I'm really excited to introduce you to our guest, photographer, graphic designer, and creative Tomasz Habr.
Hey, hi.
Hi, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great, doing well.
Nice. So, I was wondering if you could just start off by telling us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, I'm Tomasz Habr. I'm 20 years old.
20?
26. Oh, sorry. Wow. Nice start. 26 years old. I call myself,
dropped off the six there. Nice.
26 years old. Yeah. I call myself a visual artist because I do multiple stuff. I do photography. That's what I'm most known of and what I most present myself as. I do graphic design, video work.
Video too.
Yeah. But it's low key, you know. And yeah, probably that's it. I like creative stuff that needs visual attention, and you know.
So how'd you get into that? Did you go to school for it, or did you learn on the job?
Yeah, everything is self-taught. Like when I was 7 years old, I started YouTube with my friends, and we were recording montages from video games and etc. And in this era on YouTube, you had background that you could modify on YouTube profile, you know. So I was like, I need that YouTube background, you know, I need something special, I need my name on it, and you know. So I was like, who's gonna make me some graphics? And I was like, no, I'm not gonna pay for it. So I started experimenting in Photoshop, and that's how I got into design. And then I was 100% sure what I want to do. So I went to
100% sure.
Yeah.
At age 12.
Yeah. 10 or 9.
10,
yeah.
9. Oh my God.
So I went to graphic design school, Michael School on Chodov, if you know.
Michael School. Is that Vysoké? Or it's high school?
Yeah, it's high school.
High school.
Yeah, high school. So I went to that school. After that, I explored photography. And on the end of that school, I was like, graphic design and photography come hand in hand, kinda. So yeah, and I still do it after many years.
That's great that you compare them, because as I was telling you, I also studied photography, but I feel like we definitely could have learned a lot more graphic design.
Yeah.
Because how do you present yourself in a portfolio or bookmaking?
Exactly. Yeah. These days it's more about how do you sell yourself, you know. It's not that much of what you do or what you shoot, but it's about how you sell yourself on social media and everywhere. So
yeah, which I personally kind of hate.
I'm very bad at it. I need to learn how to do that more.
I don't think you're that bad at it. You're doing pretty well at
No, I'm on social media, I'm so passive, you know, I just post stories and stuff, but you know, to post my photos to my Instagram profile, it's so hard for me, but you know, it sounds easy, but you know, to pick the right photos and you know, to write the caption, etc.
No, it's a lot of work. I actually realized that I started posting on Instagram way less when I started doing my master's. I think I just would overthink it and be like, every picture I post is a representation of my art form, my style, and it became kind of debilitating. So I have some stress around even promoting myself on Instagram.
Yeah.
But as a freelancer now, right?
Yeah.
You kind of have to, right? Mm-hmm. So how do you handle the freelance lifestyle? As a freelancer myself, I found it super stressful to manage this like one-man show because you have to do everything.
Yeah, at once. Yeah,
at once. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's it's risky, you know. You don't have that stability, but for me, it's worth it because I love the freedom. You know, I maybe couldn't be here because if I wasn't freelancer, because I will be at work or something. So that's what I like because about freelancing, that I could do everything. Anything whenever I want. You know. So that's for me is freedom, and I'm willing to sacrifice some money for it or some stability or something, you know, because for me it's worth it more to have the time for myself and do what I want.
So do you miss your agency days at all? Or because I feel like being a freelancer can also be really isolating in a way.
Yeah. It is. And actually what I miss about my agency days is like the community feedbacks, you know, when you gather in the room and you present your work and you receive feedbacks, etc. So yeah, I miss like receiving feedbacks because, you know, I'm home alone, or maybe I try to like show my work to my closest friends and know their opinions and stuff, but you know.
But is that like showing it to your mom? Like, are they always like, it's the best?
Yeah, you know, yeah, exactly. They always tell you like, that's beautiful. It's the best one. So yeah, it's not like pushing you, you know. So
yeah, I think this is something I will miss and not miss about being in school, is that I got feedback on literally every decision I made, which was
good.
It was good because it challenges you to think about it in another way. But also, for me at least, I have a really hard time trying not to incorporate everyone's feedback.
Yeah, you have to know like who knows what he's speaking about and who's not.
Yeah, so this was hard for me, but it was also nice to be in this like hive mind, you know. You were around a bunch of other creative people, and you could pitch it to them, and they could tell you if it was absolutely ridiculous or.
Yeah, exactly.
So, with so much content out there, how do you keep things fresh and original?
It depends, you know. What's fresh and original, like, you know, these days.
True, exactly.
You know, what's fresh? And so, yeah, I just do my thing. And if you consider it's fresh and original, I'm just like really glad. But yeah, I'm just keep doing my things and hopefully people like it. And yeah,
that's another thing we actually talked about on our last episode was the only thing you really can do is what you want to do.
Yeah.
And if people like it, people like it. If people don't, then they don't. They'll look for content.
100 people, 100 tastes, you know. Like.
So as a creative, I'm sure you have gotten a lot of praise, but also criticism. What's an insult or critique you've received that you're proud of, or at least made you grow in some way?
Critique I'm most proud of, like...
Yeah, like feedback that wasn't necessarily positive, but it was something that made you look at your work differently or challenged you to do something in another way.
It's hard to say because as we talked about it, I'm kind of isolated, you know, from like different people, and I don't receive that much of feedback, which I miss, and I want to receive more. So I don't receive any like criticism or something.
None at all.
No, actually no.
Incredible.
No. So, and I would love to because I want you to hate my stuff, you know, actually to push myself. So yeah, I'm looking for people that could hate on me all day.
I'm sure you could find that somewhere in the deep, dark depths of the internet.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. No, I mean, like, yeah. I'm open to, like, criticism because it's the way I need it, you know? Like, everybody needs it in order to push their work.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I don't need to hear, like, oh, that's beautiful. Like, I mean, like...
He knows it's beautiful.
No, I know it's like you're my friend or something, but yeah, I need, like, you know, very, like, critique stuff from you.
And so then, have you had any mentors that have kind of...
Yeah, I had when I was in agency, like in my early years. Right after school, I went to a design studio, and there was one guy which I really look up to, and he was kind of my mentor. And I mean, like, I looked up to him like he was my mentor, and he taught me very much, like regarding design and stuff. So I'm very grateful for that. And everyone needs a mentor; it's a great thing, but you have to know what you need to take from him, you know?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Because,
was what you took from him more technical or philosophical or...
I mean, more like visual stuff, you know? Like, my taste got better, I think, in seeing art. And also technical, a lot of technical stuff.
Do you think you learned more technical know-how at school or on the job?
No. On the job, definitely. Like at school, it was like, you know, I learned by myself everything, like in
on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. So basically, I was like getting clients in high school.
Really?
I was like working at the class. I wasn't paying attention. I was doing my thing, you know, and the teachers were totally fine with it because they know that I mean it with the graphic design, you know. So
that's great, though. I think oftentimes when you're in school, there's this clash between having a job and working, and also being present in class and attending all of the workshops and stuff like that. But if you are working in the field that you want to be working in, which is what school is for, then it's really nice if both environments can be nice. Supportive.
I was lucky because the teachers were kind of supportive. Not all of them, of course. When they saw me and like my work, and they were like, okay, so you are really into it, so I'm not gonna punish you for bad math test. Just come by after the class and we'll sort it out. And I was like, okay, let's do it.
And did you ever have to use math ever again?
No, actually. No, I mean, like, no.
But you do have to do the business side of things, right?
Yeah,
so what do you find to be the most difficult? Because I think oftentimes creatives are great at creating, but there's a lot that goes into that.
Yeah, a lot of behind it. That's very hard, and that's what I'm trying to learn as a new skill, be a more businessman. I think like getting the clients, you know, as a freelancer that's the most important key, like important step. Getting the clients is the most hard one, and reaching to new clients and, you know, like keep things going, you know, so you don't stop, and because you cannot stop, you need to have some kind of cash flow to pay rent and everything. So that's the most difficult, but I'm kind of lucky that I think I have like strong network of people that I know, so I don't have to reach that much to people, and people come to me actually, which I don't know why, but I'm grateful for that.
Very humble.
I don't reach that much, but
I think once you start building, then it kind of just naturally continues, because that person knows another person, and if they recommend you.
Exactly. You never know. Like, that's why I'm trying to like socialize, because you never know. You go to, I don't know, bar or something, and you meet someone new, and that leads to a new connection, new friends, new opportunities.
So do you think you're often in this like network kind of mode, or it's just more
not really
something natural?
Maybe something natural. I mean, like, I'm kind of lucky in that, actually, to be honest. Like, I was at the right time on the right place sometimes, and that really got me into situations that I'm very grateful for, like also in like Paris, because I shoot Paris Fashion Weeks, etc. So I was lucky to meet some new people there.
How do you personally prevent creative burnout?
It's a hard one, because I maybe know how to get from one. I don't know how to prevent it because, to be honest, I got myself into burnout, I think, like last winter. I'm still recovering from it. I guess to prevent it, you have to like go do that, a walk with your girlfriend or etc. Go to the cinema and, just like clear your mind, something to clear your mind. And that helps me a lot.
Because I think you could lead to burnout more easily as a freelancer.
And now these days, because there's like pressure from everywhere, and you're like, it's crazy.
And you don't have perhaps a very structured work day, you're not going to the office from 9 to 5.
Yeah. So you can like easily get into burnout because it could fall on you from every side, everything. Like, so it's individual,
Yeah. And again, this freelance kind of work style means that everything falls on you and you can't really delegate to other people. Or do you work with maybe editors or...
Yeah, I try to like bring my friends to projects because, it's the best like to work with friends. So
or the worst, but hopefully the best.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but I have just positive experiences with friends, so I like to keep my friends around. And if I could, I would do everything with them. Like in relationship, it's kind of different. And so I don't really...
You mean with a boyfriend or girlfriend?
Yeah, exactly. It's
and
different.
Working with them.
Yeah, it's kind of like hard sometimes, but you could manage it.
I think emotions run way hotter.
Yeah.
In a
exactly.
relationship, yeah. If you could sit down and have coffee or tea, which do you prefer?
Coffee.
Coffee, great. Okay, then we can keep talking. So then, imagine you have a coffee, you're at a coffee shop, a nice one, like the Miners.
Yeah, it's beautiful here.
Thank you. And you could have anyone at your table. Who would it be? And don't say your friends. Because we can see your friends, at any time.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
exactly.
From the past, future, famous.
Damn. Yeah. It would probably be my favorite artist and person that I look up to, G-Eazy.
Jesus?
G-Eazy. No, not G-Eazy, Gerald.
G-Eazy, yes, I know.
He's a rap artist.
Yeah.
And he's a great person. We have a lot in common, I guess. And
like what?
Yeah. I don't know. We have same thinking, I believe. I mean, like, I don't know him personally, but like from the interviews and, like I listen to his everything, like podcast and etc. I really like the stuff he put out.
He has his own podcast?
Not his own, but yeah, he was.
Like when he's a guest?
Yeah, when he's a guest. Yeah, so that would be my number one, I guess.
Yeah?
Who would I sit down and have a coffee? Yeah.
And what do you think you'd talk about?
Yeah, I to be honest, I met him a couple times and I tried to converse with him, but I was like, that 15 years old, like fangirl, like, so yeah, it was kind of not good. But I would love to talk with him about like, his experiences in life, like not just like the music, but because I know he experiences some downs, some falls and the opposite. So yeah, just like simple conversation about what he experienced, I guess, to learn from his experience.
What was one of your favorite shoots that you've ever done? Did you do one with him? Or were you at one of his concerts?
I don't know. I don't really have a favorite shoot because I'm more like grateful for where photography took me, those like experiences in real life, those people that I met, etc. So I'm more like grateful for those moments. But I'll try to make every photo shoot that I'm doing like the coziest, comfortable for both sides. Even though if it's not really good and if things don't go as planned, I try to make it very good. And
what could absolutely ruin a shoot? What could happen that makes you think?
Unless my camera is working and I'm functioning, I think it's good. I think it's good.
Okay.
So I just need me working and my camera, and if I'm working with model, I need model to like do some stand or something to do something.
I mean, there are definitely better and worse models, right?
Yeah. And that is true, and yeah, it's hard. Because when I don't want to see like there is like bad models, when there is someone that is feeling like very nervous in front of camera, I try to approach the photo shoot differently, like I do more like moments, like we are just doing something and I'm like telling her like, imagine we are doing that, and when I say it, I'm just like and take the pictures, so yeah, I'm going for that more natural stuff than like pose here and now do that, do that with the hand,
So more natural approach.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a favorite shoot, do you have a least favorite shoot? Or maybe if something comes to your mind that it was just like everything went wrong, or maybe you weren't working, your camera wasn't working.
Yeah, then it's game over. No, I mean, I'll always try to have backup plan, but I never experienced like anything like that bad, that I was like, oof, finally it's over, I'm able to like pick, choose between like which shoots I'm doing, because I don't have necessarily like to do everything, since like photography is not the only like option for me. My most income comes from design.
Really?
Yeah. So in photography, I kind of like try to choose what I shoot. If it sounds bad on the photo shoot, I'm not doing it. Like.
And that's great that again you have that freedom to choose what you want to do and what you don't want to do. So if you don't have a favorite or least favorite shoot, maybe do you have a favorite or least favorite design project?
Oh yeah, that's a whole different,
whole other ball game.
Yeah. But I don't want to mention the bad projects though, because So
Maybe.
I have very much like bad design projects. Like the clients in design community are crazy,
right?
Yeah, it's like, oof. I'm unlucky in that, I think.
Yeah.
So I experienced a lot of like bad clients and design projects, and I think like I have experienced more bad projects than like successful ones in design.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of the clients.
Yeah, because of the clients. I don't know.
Yeah, I have only done a couple graphic design projects, but I can only imagine that you come in, especially you, because I'm not a graphic designer, but you come in with some kind of expertise, know-how.
Yeah.
You know what's going to look good, you know what's going to work, and you know why it would or wouldn't work. And you try to explain that to the client, but at the end of the day, it's really up to them. I think they have so much power in the design process, which as the client is great. But as a creative, I think it'd be so frustrating. So this back and forth.
Yeah, the worst scenario is that client don't know what he wants, but he knows that the only thing he knows is that he wants it cheap, fast, and most like flying ponies and etc. Like that's the worst
flashy
thing. Yeah, so that's the worst thing. But I had some successful projects.
I hope so.
Yeah. It's not that bad as it sounds, but yeah.
And can you think of any that you really enjoyed or really liked the outcome of?
Yeah, I was in winter. I was working with my US client it was New York startup barber platform, platform for barbers, and I worked on their like product, and I was like developing and designing their UI and some UX stuff for their iPad platform and mobile, and it was fun. It was very nice, and I knew that I was helping someone like to create some platform that use millions of people in US. I didn't know that like they have like 200 million users monthly.
Wow.
So it's kind of like big stuff. So
for
yeah,
a barber
it's
platform?
Yeah, it's barber platform where you could like book appointment, but also from the barbershops. For the barbershops, it's a management platform, so you can manage your barbers, you see their schedule, and etc. You can manage everything, your shop, your products, and so it's kind of big, and yeah, they are doing it very well. So I was very happy to be part of that.
Yeah, that sounds great. One of my favorite things is whenever I go to book a hair appointment is that I don't have to talk to anyone on the phone. If I can go onto their website, pick a time and a date that works. This is great.
Yeah, I always call my barber.
Yeah?
Like, hey, can I come? They are, no, we're full. And I'm like, okay. so,
Did you enjoy that conversation? Because this is the kind of conversation I am trying to limit.
No, but yeah.
Unless you love your barber.
Yeah.
And you go to the same one all the time.
Yeah, I'm experimenting with that. I always like keep switching my barbers because I'm never happy, but
I am also never happy.
Now I found one which I'm super happy. So
feel free to shout them out if you'd like.
Yeah, his name is Johan, but I forgot what the salon is called. It's near Palladium. Sorry.
Johan by Palladium. Yeah. You're doing great work.
Yeah.
And so you said you did the UI UX design. This seems like something super important for designers to either at least have a little bit of knowledge on, or do you think that it will become more and more important?
You have to have something, in you, like some knowledge. You have to know some steps, and there is some guidelines that you need to stick to. So.
And you learned this on the job as well.
Yeah.
Especially
in the job, like the most things I learned was in the agency, I guess. The processes and how people work, basically that. The processes and new stuff. And
I now work also for a marketing agency, and we're a digital marketing agency. So I don't even think there's paper in the building, We are completely online. And so learning things like 3D, UI, UX, all of this is super important.
Yeah.
I wonder if you have ever worked with print or...
Yeah. I love print, For me, the physical stuff are timeless pieces,
Yeah.
I also print my photographs so I can hang them on the wall and see it in person, in physical world. Yeah.
Are you ever in the darkroom?
Once. I should film, but I'm not developing it. I'm just scanning it,
Color or black and white?
Both.
Both.
Yeah. But I prefer color. Yeah.
And you like the results?
You can, unless the negative is scratched, it's all right for me,
Yeah.
They developed it, so I scan it at home. I tweak it how I like it. So I think it's perfectly fine.
And you have your own scanner at home?
Yeah.
Or just a flatbed scanner?
Yeah, flatbed scanner,
Yeah, nice.
But it takes ages to scan stuff and make it right, and get the feel you want. And it's very very slow process. And yeah, sometimes it's a lot of mistakes, and you have to scan it again, and then there's dust on the negative, and you have to go over again and again, and yeah. So, but I love it. It's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a very relaxing process. Yeah. We have a Hasselblad scanner at our school.
Okay.
But it works every other month. And it's not, they don't make them anymore. So once it breaks, it's done forever.
Yeah, so, it's like with film cameras, I use the old Yashica point and shoot and Mamiyas for medium format.
RB or RZ?
I have that. The oldest one. It's fully mechanical. It's called Mamiya 645,000S.
645,000S?
645, 1000S. Yeah. It's it was before the RZ. I think. Yeah. So, and it's like heavy metal, you know, like you could like break everything with it, you know, smash everything with it. So it's great. And yeah, it's very reliable, you know. So unless some parts broke, but I have this. I have a couple more like 35 SLRs from Canon, the old ones, which I love. They're actually cool, even if you attach the new generation Canon lenses to them. They get super nice. Like the outcome from them, the results are very nice.
I always think it's kind of more about the lens anyway.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I mean, it depends on your style, I think.
Yeah.
Like when I was starting out, I was like, I need to get the most expensive camera to shoot the best photos, you know, ever. But today I see it completely like differently. You know, if I could shoot on just like old VHS camera because it has cool vibe, you know, I would do it. You know, I don't care right now. So for me, like the most expensive camera gear doesn't mean that you're shooting the best photos. It's
sometimes it means you're shooting the worst ones.
It's how you approach the photography, you know, like.
Yeah.
So
I know so many people at home that just because they have a Mark IV and a Facebook, they are now a photographer.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think a lot of people, like public, doesn't really know what's good and what's bad anyway.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of an easy market to break into whenever there's not much knowledge around what's good or what's bad.
You have to build some taste, I guess. So that's the most important thing.
Definitely, yeah. And what kind of point and shoot was it again? Yashica?
T5.
T5?
Yeah. I wanted to get like contacts, you know, if you know.
T2?
Yeah. I love the contacts cameras, but they're super expensive.
All of them are. I have the Yashica.
And they are getting even expensive.
Yeah. I have the T3. And it's not working currently. I had
T3. Sorry, I had the T3 before. And it was unreliable. Yeah, it was always out of focus, etc. But the Olympus Mu is
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo. Mewtwo. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that have this one, but I mean, I would say those are the three, right? The Yashica T, probably 5 is the best, and Contax. And Fuji.
Yeah, Fuji. I bought myself a Fuji camera last year. It's a digital one, but it has film emulations and it's crazy good. Like, wow, it's like super compact. And I also bought like compact flash for it. And I take this camera everywhere. Like, yeah, I would replace everything I have for just this camera.
Yeah,
like,
that's another thing.
Yeah, I don't need anything else.
Like
super nice.
Medium format Mamiya is great, but are you really gonna carry it around with you?
It's
up a mountain or
you could.
You could.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
Some people do.
Yeah, and some people do that. Yeah, I know a lot of people that does that.
I went on a road trip a couple of years ago across the U.S. and we were in Arizona.
Wow.
And this guy had 2 Hasselblad cameras. And I asked him what he did for work, and he's like, "I'm retired." I'm like, "Well, then what did you do for work?" Because I can't imagine ever being able to afford even just one Hasselblad.
Yeah, it's super expensive, and honestly, I don't have any future plans for getting one.
No?
No. Because like it's for just like super big commercial projects, you know, and you can rent this camera for this project. So I don't need one. My future plans are to get like Leica, you know, like the Q3 is like wow. Yeah.
And what's your main digital now?
Yeah, I have 5D Mark IV.
Great.
Yeah, I have it since release. And it keeps like working. It's very reliable workhorse. Like
they're great.
Yeah. Shout out to Canon.
Sponsor us.
No, I mean like I'm gonna just switch things up. And what do you like? Like, what do you enjoy shooting? Like,
I would say definitely landscape and architecture. I don't like taking pictures of people because maybe if I came at it with more natural approach, like you were saying, it wouldn't be so awkward. Like taking pictures of my friends would be fine.
Yeah.
But like street photography with people, for some reason, I feel like very like I'm intruding on someone and their privacy.
Yeah.
And
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I feel the same way. Yeah.
But for me, I just like it's not fun for me. It's probably not fun for them most of the time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of beautiful buildings that, you know, have no feelings.
So you like landscape photography because of that like slow pace, calm environment that you could be also alone, listening to music and just go somewhere with your camera. Okay.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about landscape photography is carrying it to the landscape.
Yeah, traveling with all the gear is like, that's why I bought the Fuji actually. So I can like leave my own gear stuff at home and just carry one camera that does everything for me. You know, like I don't need nothing else.
My final project for school, I went around Prague using found materials to kind of create these like public sculptures. And for me, this was like the most out of my comfort zone I had ever gone because first of all, I am in a country where I'm not from here. And luckily, I speak enough of the language now to feel comfortable to tell people to like fuck off if I need to. But I had to lug around the stuff all across the city, and then you set up shop wherever I would make the sculpture. I would be dragging trash from different places. Obviously, people are watching me because it's weird. And but this was kind of the whole point, is that I'm like trying to create a space for myself in a place that's not my own. And there's going to be a lot of people that look, there's going to be a lot of people that comment, and it's not going to be a comfortable process. And for me, it was like a great exercise in trying to, get out of my comfort zone and build something. And I saw parts of Prague I've never seen before. And I talked...
You see Prague from different perspective, you know, since you are not from here. So, you know, when I walk around Prague, I'm like, oh, I saw this like a million times. You know, it's like, it's nothing new to me. And I don't, you know, I'm kind of sad about it because everyone keep talking to me, like, especially like friends that are not from Prague. They're like, you know, Prague is so beautiful. How could you not see that? And I'm like, I wish I could see that, but I'm so sorry. But it's a special place. Prague is like, you know, it's safe here and it's calm.
Definitely very safe. I think it's something that a lot of people not knowingly take for granted because in the US, I wouldn't even ride the subway past 9 o'clock. I want to move out from Prague somewhere. Yeah? Where do you think you'd go? Any ideas?
You know, I love New York. Like, it's like, wow. It's like, you know, that street culture and everything. Like, you just go outside and everything is a movie, you know? Like, whenever you point your camera, it's like, wow, boom, damn, it's a perfect picture. I love the people there.
In New York, you love the people.
I think they're so, like, open-minded, you know? You just
they're nice.
Sit in subway and they're like, hey, what you're listening to? And I'm like, I'm listening to... something, I don't know. And, you know, you don't experience that in Prague, I guess, you know.
That's for sure.
Yeah, people are here more like closed, I guess, you know, like when someone approaches you on the street, you are like, no, I'm not going to give you some money.
Before they even ask what they're going to ask.
It's different here. But I wanted to move to Berlin, actually, because it's very close and it's different world, and I have some friends there already, so it would make sense. And I also love their culture and the things that they're going on in Germany.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Berlin and Germany are like two separate things.
Yeah, that's true. Like, Berlin is not like Germany. It's more like international multicultural city. But that's why I like it.
Yeah, I unfortunately have only really been to Berlin for like visa stuff, so not the most exciting trip. But a couple of times I was there and did some fun things, and there's a lot of interesting people. It seems really open and unique.
Yeah, I used to visit Berlin like almost every weekend.
Oh, wow.
Before Corona. So it would make sense for me to move there. And I wanted to because I was also working closely with a magazine there. So I wanted to move there and work for them especially. But then Corona hit it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to stay in Prague. I'm not going to pay triple amount of money to pay the rent and be locked in
and
Berlin.
Do nothing.
Yeah, exactly. But then Corona passed and I started some kind of like business with my ex-girlfriend here. And now I'm free. I'm ready to go somewhere.
From the business or?
Both. Nothing holds me there right now. So I really want to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Because now I have the chance.
So then maybe Berlin's next, but do you have any upcoming projects that you know about or are in the works?
Yeah. I'm developing my own app that I have in my mind for like 5 years, and still no one did it. So I'm like, okay, so now it's perfect time to do it. And so I'm developing my own app. Also, I'm working on my own brand that I'm just doing for fun. I always wanted to do just like clothes,
So clothing line.
Yeah, clothing line. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I mean, like for me, it makes sense, because I could like put it on someone and just take pics, of the people in that, and I'm taking I'm doing it more for for my own like. How could I say it? Like not pleasure, but
for yourself.
Yeah, for myself and my friends mainly. So
like streetwear or is what I would guess.
Yeah, streetwear. Yeah. So that's and.
Can you tell me about the app at all?
Not yet.
Nothing.
Not. It's gonna be also about fashion and traveling and stores. So
fashion, traveling, and stores.
I'm now in like phase in my life where I like freestyle, and just go.
Yeah, if you can, why not?
Stuff that I like. So.
Do you have any idea how to code?
How to what?
Sorry? How to code?
Oh no, not at all. Not. I'm looking for a developer, so hit me up if you know anyone. But I was about to learn it. I had that idea in my life a couple of times, and I tried it, but no.
It's hard.
I think you have to like sacrifice many months at home learning the phrases, the words, and So I don't need it. I guess I'm gonna improve in my actual like stuff that I'm already doing. Like in photography and design, rather than adding another skill that I have to learn. And
No, I think that makes sense. Yeah. I always like when someone wants to be able to do it all. Like, but why? There's plenty of other people that have, used their time in their life to get really good at something. Yeah. So why not collaborate?
I try to keep it like between the three things, like mainly photography, design, and video. And, I focus myself in those three things mainly. I don't want to add up another things.
Yeah. So just focus on what you know and try to get better and better.
Yeah.
So app, clothing line.
Brand, yeah.
Anything else? That's enough.
Really? Oh, yeah. I guess, yeah. For now, yes.
And I have some fast this or that questions. Mm-hmm. So I will say two things, and you have to tell me which one. No thinking. No.
Yeah. Just shoot.
Just shoot. All right.
Let's
Ready?
go. Yeah. Let's go.
All right. So, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Digital or analog?
Analog.
Canon or Sony?
Canon.
Pre or post-production?
Post-production.
Yashica or contacts?
Contacts.
Natural or studio lighting?
Natural.
Fashion or music?
Fashion.
Photography or graphic design?
Photography.
Helvetica?
Yeah.
Or any other font?
Helvetica is good, yeah.
Minimalist and clean or bold and vibrant?
Can I say both?
No. Minimalist and clean or bold and vibrant.
Depends.
That's not the game.
Okay.
Not how we play the game.
Minimalistic, okay. Minimalistic.
Yeah, okay. Matte or glossy?
Glossy.
Travis.
What? You give what? Tastes like.
No. You can say whatever you want.
You mean like regarding the paper?
Yes.
Or like photos on glossy paper looks the best. Okay, let's go.
That's for another podcast entirely. Travis Scott or Migos?
Travis.
East Coast or West Coast?
West Coast.
Mixtape or album?
Album.
Great.
Okay.
We won't open up matte or glossy debate now because
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. So again, thank you so much.
Yeah,
and
thank you for having me.
You all have a great day. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in to the Miners Coffee Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and join us next time as we talk coffee, entrepreneurship, success, and urban lifestyle. Bye!